Hi there, my name is Patrick Radden Keefe. I'm a writer in New York and the author of the book Say Nothing, which is being published in French as Ne dis rien by Bouleversant. The book starts in Belfast, Northern Ireland in 1972 on a cold winter night in a housing development where a woman named Mcconville was taking care of her children. Mcconville was a widow and a mother of 10. She had 10 kids. And on that particular evening, there was a knock on the door and a gang of armed intruders came in and they took her out. They said to the children, "We just want to talk to your mother for a few hours. We'll bring her back." The children were clinging to her legs, but the gang brought her out of the apartment and the children never saw her again. She never did come back. So it's a story that starts with a disappearance. This is a true story. And at its heart is this mystery. What happened to this woman, Mcconville? She disappeared in the context of the Troubles, this long brewing conflict in Northern Ireland. And for me, the story started in 2013 when I read an obituary in the newspaper of another woman named Dolores Price, whose photograph is on the cover of the book. Dolores Price lived a wild, really outlandish life. She was the first woman to be admitted to the IRA as a frontline soldier. And she went to prison, she went on hunger strikes, she led bombing missions, and lived this very colorful life. She married a movie star. And eventually she got out of prison, and years later she felt some misgivings about some of the things she had done in her youth. And what this obituary suggested was that there might be some connection between these two women, that Dolores Price may have had something to do with the abduction and murder of Mcconville in 1972. And so this was the way the book started, is that I wanted to write a story about these two very different women, one of them a victim, one of them a perpetrator, and the act of violence that joined them together. And I wanted to look at the echoes of that violence over the decades, not just for the victims, but also for the perpetrators, and tell a story of the Troubles that was not so much a history book, but in some ways, though it's all true, a bit more like a novel, a story about a handful of people who were connected and what happened to them over the decades. During the years I spent working on this project, it felt often like a historical project. It was about a crime that happened before I was born in 1972. But there was a strange sense, particularly with the advent of Brexit, in which these issues which had seemed to be black and white issues from the past suddenly were brought very much into the messy present, and a sense in which, particularly in Northern Ireland, the past is not the past. The past is the present, and it haunts us still. So the book is called Say Nothing, or Ne dis rien, and it's available now from Bouleversant. Thank you very much.